Hi, this is Mauvu and Xyroah doing your feedback. If you have any questions, just ping us in your thread. Okay, so we should be resetting on third person and then,
Spin around in third person. If you see a spike, then go to first
yeah,
person. That way you get to know more about the seed.
yeah, like the way we check for our spike here, we shouldn't be like refreshing the pie chart over and over again to like just so we can check for the spike faster. And then also
Yeah.
you want to kind of do like an initial direction scan once you've verified you've got the spike. And then you try and be more precise to find the BT after you know the general direction. Leaving the iron
And
soul, it's
yeah,
painful to see.
Iron Sword is like really useful if you're like alternating between axe and sword. It's like a bit faster.
So,
Yeah.
okay, this is like a weird choice, right? Because TNTing these two trees is going to get you all your wood, but also, you look at this, you're probably going to get like
Yeah.
32 dirt max, because like there's loads of missing dirt here and there's sand on this
You're gonna get
side.
sand.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
I think you probably should just blow up this tree. Like, it seems
Yeah. Elevate one and
counterintuitive.
then blow that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're gonna get like
And then
64 or like 80 dirt from it.
you mine the extra logs.
Yeah,
Or yeah. Also, early offhand food is a big no-no in my opinion.
only
You
24.
don't.
Um,
Yeah, just yeah. I was saying that you don't need food till you get into the bastion, and right now you're just it's -1 slot that you could use. You'd see top runners using offhand slot for immediately putting the boat and then immediately placing it in the water, so you have like an extra slot. So I'd recommend trying to copy that
yeah,
and
like you just don't
offhanding
want to.
food like later.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and then similarly, like instead of putting the food in the offhand, you would just put it in your inventory while the TNT is exploding. You do the same with the extra TNT and then the golden diamond here. Or you could just throw out the
Yep.
diamond
Yeah.
and then
Yeah. The diamond serves no purpose. So.
yeah. And then also you should be in third person when this TNT explodes. It's like not that big a deal here because everything's falling in the water anyway, but like the reason you want to be in third person is so that you can see where everything drops. So you can like pick all of it up quickly because like you will see where all the wood and dirt drops. So you can like run straight towards it.
An interesting decision to open the book then.
What the hell is going on with that OBS? They tab out. Okay.
Um,
I'm not sure
Interesting.
this is verifiable. I'm not too sure what happened there.
Well, I think a couple things with crafting. Could you go back?
Yeah, before this
This
or
is
like
uh this is like the issue with not having a clear hotbar is that
yeah,
now it like there's like a combination of stuff going in the inventory and going in the hotbar. Like that 10 sand is not needed. I'd always shift click those things
well,
anyways, and then um
the sand was
I'd
picked
throw
up
that.
from the TNT, but like if we didn't have the extra TNT and the salmon, we'd have had space for that boat and then the doors into the offhand or something, right?
Yeah, and you just throw the sand out every
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
And then this is why you want to offhand the boat and that you wouldn't have to do exactly that.
yeah. So
Mm.
like sort the hotbar quickly to get it in the hotbar again.
Yeah,
And also, I don't know if we're mining this tree for extra blocks or something, but like if we're just mining it for planks, we've already got enough. So I don't know what's going on here. And then if we are short of blocks, you have an extra TNT, like you could have just
yeah.
used that in the nether or something. Like,
Here, yeah, you
I
can
mean,
say.
yeah, we're gonna say the same thing. Yeah, you should just mine the gravel. That's like the gravel you're mining there is like the opposite direction from the magma ravine. So like you mine this and you have to swim away from the magma ravine and then back towards it. Whereas if all the gravel you mine is just between you and the magma ravine, you'll never have to um do any backtracking like that when picking up your flint.
Also interesting, it's like a good thing to just leave an extra hotbar slot open so that when your flint comes in, or even your gravel, that's the thing that I do is that I grab 4 gravel and then leave every time. So my gravel is always in that one hotbar slot. But since we don't have an empty hotbar slot, it's gone in the inventory. So it's like a really minor thing that you can fix or work on, I guess.
Yeah, it's like when I'm in situations where I don't have a free hotbar slot, it's I'd get in a magma stream and then just put an iron ingot into my hotbar so that when I bookcraft the FNS later, it's gonna go straight into that slot where the iron ingot just was. Because when you
Yeah,
bookcraft something, it will always take when looking for the iron it wants to use, it will take the iron from the hotbar before anything is in the inventory.
yep. And also we didn't use the we should have used the magma stream to overlap the flint and steel craft,
Yeah,
as well as setting the book to craftable items.
I
And
don't
you
think
want
we
to have
changed pie
shift
chart.
F3 open. Yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't do that either.
yeah.
So you want to find some overlap in the overworld to change your pie, either during your boating or in the portal frame or whatever. And then you always want to have shift F3 open as you're entering the nether, so that you know if there's a spawner in render,
Then
and F3C.
yeah, we want to use thin macro to Xyroah instead of changing settings, and then yeah, F3C on the other end too.
Nice cape, by the way.
And then also, you also want to sort your hotbar so that you have gold ingots on nether enter, or like gold pressure plate, gold ingot, or like gold shovel or something. So that if you spawn in the bastion, you can use that as a throwable like distraction if you need to.
Just the hotbar in general could just use a lot of work.
Yeah.
I like that we're in F5 looking around a lot.
Well, have we even checked for spawner? Like,
No, we haven't. That's the
yeah,
thing. We
yeah,
don't have our pie changed, and
like it's good looking around, but if you say we check for spawner now and there's no spawner on pie chart, like you shouldn't be looking around at all because you're not gonna see anything. So
yeah,
you don't need to worry about that in ranked because you always have a fortress in the first ring of chunks, but like or the first ring of structures, but like yeah, in RSG you might have a second ring fortress or something.
we're out of blocks. Um, I would be okay. I
Instead of
don't hate
looking
this, but
around, well, yeah, it's fine to look around, but we should also, we're 3 bars down on hunger. Should eat salmon.
eat. Yeah, we took damage. Try to minimize like random fall damage like that. I hope we're changing pie now. Yeah, like this is something that you should try and overlap in the overworld.
We also missed eating salmon. It's not like
Yep.
when we
Yeah.
heal up, we're going to be on, or when we eat, we're going to be on 9.5 bars, and we'll lose one half a heart of healing because like, um, when we're healing, just up when like the salmon saturation has run out, we're going to be healing off hunger, and we're not going to heal up a full heart from it by going down to half a heart and then down to 8 or going down to 9.5 bars and then down to 8.5. Like both of those two steps increase it heals up half heart. We're only gonna be able to go from 9.5 down to 8.5 Uh, so we're only gonna heal up half a heart from hunger depletion, basically. Like, I feel like I said half a heart and the hunger bar like way too many times explaining that. So
The
yeah,
TLDR is that when you're like you want to try to perfectly eat. So
yeah,
if you have salmon, you want to eat at 3. If you have cod, you want to eat at 2.5. Bread 2.5.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
because it's better for your hunger.
yeah. And then like, um, if you're not trying to waste the amount of healing, you want to wait until you're 1.5 bars down to eat. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's more important to like eat before you've like gone past the I don't know
It's
what to call
also interesting that so eating before a split where you're gonna take a bunch of damage is kind of just something that you should be doing. So
it. Yeah,
even with like the added like the hunger thing, a hunger variable, but you should have just eaten right now to ensure that you're in topped up condition to do the Bastion route in case whatever happens.
yeah, because like the points in the runway you want to have the most health is like the Bastion route, purling to the fortress, purling to second portal or the stronghold or whatever, and then the zero cycle. Like zero cycle, you can just rely on hunger reset. Like if you don't have the food, but yeah, the rest of them you want to make sure you've got a lot of health. Like the Bastion route isn't as important because as long as you're
Yeah,
like good enough for the Bastion route, you can minimize damage very effectively. But yeah,
yeah. Here it's like the added thing where you didn't eat at the correct time, where you could have.
and
This
then
is also really um so when you don't have gold arm wait, but can you go back? Right.
so, like I think that was fine, and then throwing the one at the floor is fine, but we should just dig up into the ceiling and pillar up twice to like hide from the piglins to loot the chest instead of throwing
I mean
another
you don't have
gold.
armor, so I would have just gone to the corner, the edge, like what is that
Uh,
called?
the like yeah, the hole in the ground.
The hole in the ground like this
Yeah,
one. Then just put a block in front and up and then looted this chest for a gold armor. Worn that, and then either broken this chest or punched a pig and went down.
yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of personal preference because doing that and then like mining this chest like clutters your inventory because you pick up a load of crap out of this chest. But like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's better than like digging down like
Because
all
you're
just
mining
yeah like
4 blocks here
like
that you
four
don't need
black
to.
stone blocks and then you have to break this netherrack and then you have to jump out of the hole as well. Like
Yeah.
that was just not
And
good. Like
yeah, you should just go and then like swing back punch and then keep
yeah,
moving.
like you
You don't
walk
want to
past
pause.
all of these guys, turn back, punch them,
Yeah.
and then keep going. Like and also get gold on your hotbar before you start the route because like you can sometimes get a sword guy around here that also gets aggroed and then starts running up and then you want to be able to distract him.
And then this is being placed 1 block too further. You should
Right.
try and place it behind.
Yeah, so like these blocks, you place them there. You want to place it on this block and then like one over so that the pigs don't ever get stuck on it.
Hard toggle. Oh, no hard toggle. It's like a good time to hard toggle to get the pigs to drop down.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so if you do place these blocks like this, you have to break one to let any pigs that get stuck through. They not got stuck there, but they do get stuck quite a lot of the time. We should be
You should
high rank.
be, yeah.
Oh,
Okay. You can use right shift for a lot of this stuff if you don't need to be crouching. And we should have gone back to the block that we came from and gone up that way instead of going to the corner of the block that we're trading with, so that we didn't pick up like a bunch of the junk. Because now our inventory is full,
Yeah.
which means we can't loot the double chest, or we'll have to like throw out stuff before looting the double chest, which we could have avoided.
And then we also want to split string and split nether brick. So
Yeah,
and yeah, like eating
and
that salmon
yeah,
there, we get basically 0 hunger healing off of that salmon. So like we basically lost a heart of healing that we could have had eaten more optimally.
hmm
So I like the X-raying of these two skeletons. Like, oh, no, it's just funny.
yeah.
Okay,
Um,
so I don't like crafting nether brick in the bastion because it's just like you're gonna pick up more nether brick or like what? How do you like differentiate the names between them? Like nether brick and nether bricks? Like I don't know. But
uh, what'd you just say? Sorry. I,
like like the nether brick block and then the nether brick you get from trades. I don't know how you like properly
ingots?
different. Yeah, like I guess yeah, nether brick ingots. Like you don't want to craft them in the bastion because you
You'll keep getting more of them, which
yeah
means
it,
you're -1 slot because you've already crafted the bricks.
yeah exactly.
Oh, it's like random fall damage again. And this is the issue with like, so if we had gone back one block and then just like, we wouldn't have had to deal with like this insanely messy inventory, and we could have also split our nether ingots and then our string. And like, I can understand why we're not doing that now because it's so messy. But yeah,
And then yeah, as far as like clearing inventory, the things you want to throw out is like all the random stuff that you don't actually get duplicates of from the bastion trade. So that would be like netherrack, blackstone bricks, more netherrack as well, flint and steel, sand, uh, I guess that's the iron ingots. And then also you should be pre-crafting a bed here as well because like you don't
yep.
have any extra TNT.
And a pre-crafted bed is always better than crafting a bed when you're at the fort.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah, we
like
didn't craft that.
yeah, it's like you're just much more often going to be able to get a fully cleared out spawner before the second cycle goes on.
Yep. Oh, I wouldn't have eaten over there.
I didn't.
Ate over there?
What's this? I think that's fine. Like they're getting all the healing out of it.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. But this hot bar is a bit tricky. I would also use this time to throw out stuff while you're purling. And
Yeah, like we should. This is the point when we should be crafting nether bricks because you want them to
yep,
be crafted when you enter the fortress, so you can use them as a blast resistant block for your blaze bed or blaze TNT. And also yeah, like the wall and glowstone and clearing out inventory, and then also why are we like trying to clutch with gravel? Like, it just
yeah.
I feel like you don't need to explain why that's a bad idea. Uh,
And all of this running, you should just be purling again.
yeah,
You shouldn't. All this running achieves nothing because yeah, like yeah, it's just like a massive time waste. Even like a suboptimal pearl onto the leg of the fort would be faster than running.
um, you don't need to like crit the blazes on every hit. It's just wasting hunger to do the jumps.
It's one full jump crit and then one full recharged hit.
It's you don't even need to fully recharge for the hit. I think it's like you only need to do it like 90% of the way. But yeah, it's just like easier to wait for the full axe to like fully recharge. Um, did we see a spawner? Okay. Yeah,
I
for
would I would use this opportunity to change by.
yeah, like yeah, and then yeah, like for buried fortresses, it's just better to use the pie chart to find the spawner. Like you found it instantly here anyway, but yeah. 5 rods already, he says.
Wait, what? Oh, it's a strays. Wow. What are we doing?
We should
This is
be
like, yeah, you can say.
okay. Yeah, we should craft eyes while we're at the spawner because like you can overlap it with the spawner taking down instead of just crafting them while not overlapping it with anything in the overworld. Should craft wool, glowstone, beds, anchors, like gold pickaxes if you can as well. Like all of this
You're
should
not at
be
6
done.
rods,
Yeah,
so you should use this opportunity to try and overlap everything instead of early blinding.
yeah,
Because this just doesn't like there's like a massive amount of like sequential stuff that you're gonna have to do instead of just doing it while the spawner is loaded.
and then yeah, you should try overlapping boat angle in the blind portal.
Um,
Yeah, also
just practice like tracing the eye and then not having to pause that much.
should
You can you can learn RT measuring
yeah,
relatively easily.
like as the eye goes up, you don't change settings until it like reaches its peak, and then that's when you switch 30 FOV sense and then tool macro, and then yeah.
If you want to watch someone who does like a really extreme example of what I'm talking about, you can watch someone like Rainix or Dan Danny Boy. But you should most likely be doing something like what Silver does, um, minus like the going up of 2 blocks, which is for improved accuracy, but doesn't do much. Sorry, it's a bit of a yap.
That's fine. Um, we should be just using the recipe book to craft wool and glowstone, and I noticed we also drag
Yeah,
crafted netherbrick. You should use it for that as well, and then also overcrafting wool here. 2 reasons you don't
this
want to do
is
it.
yeah,
Like you want to
yeah.
save string for a bow, and then also not having a multiple 3 amount of wool means that when you craft your beds, you're still gonna have an extra inventory slot that's wasted with a single like a single block of wool now as well.
This is like an advantage of using the book. This is why you want to send it to like we didn't select like craftable items, which means
Yeah,
we had a
like
bunch of
yeah,
junk.
yeah, like you click this and it
Um,
gets rid of all like the pink wool, the campfire, like the soul campfire. Why are those separate?
all the random stuff, like all the stuff that's highlighted in white, is the only thing that'll appear
Yeah,
if you set it to craftable items. And this is also why, like, if you use the book to craft your wool, you could immediately just throw a string out. Um, ooh,
yeah, like
don't.
I mean you see it here, like just purling straight down isn't can mean your stuff goes everywhere. Like you see it on that second pearl you do. I don't know why it happens, but like yeah, like the pearl lands and you get TP'd up 1 block. Um,
You want to
and
throw at an angle, like,
yeah, like you stand in this corner and then pearl like 2 like texture pixels in from each side, and then the blocks on the items will never get thrown everywhere. And for soul sand, like for the soul sand one, which you do have a soul sand block, it has to be 4 pixels in from each side.
break the bed, offhand the bed, and then go down.
Yeah,
Um, it's like an extremely simple thing that you can do that'll just always be better. And also splash a fire res when you're blinding inside. Just
I
like always, just have it in your muscle memory so you don't have to. Okay, there we go.
I'm also saying like on this seed specific, or like this situation specifically, like we only have one cooked salmon for the end game. We should probably have lava bucketed
Yeah,
that sheep and then got on a mutton from it, and maybe that one as well,
yeah.
but definitely the close one.
And we're just ending it on 5.
Um,
Oh,
that pearl hang is like not consistent unless you do it at near the edge of a chunk boundary. So like you need to use chunk borders to line it up to be consistent. What the
that
hell?
would also be wow. That's the gold pick.
What?
No.
That could have been like unbreaking 3 gold pickaxe or something. Like
Yeah, just that gold pick is so OP. You should
yeah,
just use that for your. You can like place it in your iron pick slot. Wait, what?
we were running
Uh,
backwards.
I think I just got confused. But yeah, that gold pick is like OP. Why aren't we using this gravel? Okay, there we go. Um, you see a lot of top runners just swap gold pick into their iron pick slot. Oh wow.
Yeah, like
Okay.
imagine we had gold pickaxe for this. It would have
Okay.
saved like
Yeah.
time for that, and then like if we're gonna have to dig inside of the fortress, it's gonna save a lot more time as well. Right, I don't know why
Are
we're
we
concerned
like
about fall damage if we're at a point where we need to hunger
yeah?
reset anyway.
Like you should be purling at this point so that you can.
Uh,
Wow, this is really bad because
Um,
now you're going to have to dig into the yeah.
yeah, just like build it against the fortress wall instead of like sticking out of it or something. Yeah, and then eating that salmon was, unless we're not
Not
zeroing,
good. Yeah.
like it's just bad. You can
You
throw
should
out the
have
flint and steel.
yeah for an extra slot. But what Mauvu was saying is that you should um when you're like in that situation, you should be purling extra so that when you get to the PR, you can just throw one pearl in, death reset extremely quickly and just be done.
Yeah,
Um, and then you have like an extra salmon for your zero in case it's like a back dragon type of
yeah,
thing.
back cage or something.
In this situation, like the blind distance is just like nothing, so
Yeah, like
it's but you should always be overlapping your pie changing in the portal frame or like while purling or something.
say we don't eat the salmon here, we enter the stronghold on 5 hearts, right?
Yeah.
We do our preemptive, okay, well we don't have our pie chart change, which is bad. I'll come back to that in a moment. Like we find our spike, right, bottom right. I see this exposed a little bit of stone bricks. Instead of going up to the top right to mine through, you can just break this block and pearl through to like, because you're pretty convinced it's bottom right. And then you go from 5 hearts to 2.5. So then you have a 1 pearl death reset, and that's optimal for the hunger reset in the portal room, because then you won't have to wait for the pearl cooldown there. That's like why you want to not worry about your health when you're in a point when you want to hunger reset. Um, and back to the changing pie chart thing. Do you want to explain it, Xyroah? Like, uh, my
So when you overlap, so the point of overlapping your anytime in the fort you want to overlap your pie change and like change it back to mapless. It's useful for scanning for spawners, obviously, which is why I do it really early on. But you want to do it before you blind so that you can immediately send a preemptive. Right now, all this time that you're spending is gonna fill up the mob cap, which is gonna even if it doesn't like hugely like negatively affect you, it's still gonna be like a bad thing. So you always want to make sure that your pie is set early. And you can do that by changing pie as soon as you enter the fort, as soon as you see the fort, like anyway, that's like before blinding into the stronghold.
sorry, yeah, right. I had like really dry throat because I've been talking for like a minute straight or something.
Yeah, it's all good. Um,
We should be doing
I
thin
don't.
macro for this scan. Like,
We did.
yeah,
I just don't know why we did it like a second time. Uh,
yeah, like we start scanning again, and then
yeah. 30 FOV plus 10 is like perfect. You don't need to do whatever we did there. Um, uh, so in this situation, if you are gonna do it, this is why you don't eat there. Um,
yeah,
because you could have just been on like half health and then like two pearls or whatever. But if you are gonna do this, you should be pearling like all over the stronghold
yeah,
since you are
like
gonna death reset in the portal room.
like you if you're doing like thin like say you're in this situation, right? I'm like checking for if I've got a spike here with thin macros, and then I'm like, okay, I'm like pretty sure this light is the portal room. I'm just pearling at the ground here, and I'll probably like pearl again at the ground here, and there'll be two pearls down, and then I'll pearl into the corner. That's three pearls down, and then I'm at one pearl left for my hunger reset. Like, yeah, you just want to be using the pearls as much as possible.
But we could have totally avoided this by just not eating on the blind. So
And then also,
yeah,
if you're in the portal room and you need to like hunger reset like this, I mean, again with the where we're pearling, you were at risk of like having your items go everywhere, and it's even worse in the portal room because like there's lava. But also, if you pearl into this corner while sprinting, you can like start taking suffocation damage in between pearls, which like just lets you hunger reset faster because you're taking more damage per second. Um,
and you use only two pearls, which
yeah.
is one pearl to go down to two hearts, and then just one pearl to yeah.
Well, not even. You can just keep pearling into the corner. So like you're still
Yeah,
pearling on cooldown, and then but you're taking suffocation damage as well. Like if you've got
yeah, yeah.
tons of pearls, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Wow, that pearl was really bad.
Um,
Your first pearl should be a bit more leaner so that you have like more space between you and the tower when you do the second pearl. So like in this case, like I mean I think we could have still aimed for the top instead of like
it looks like
this.
they like shaked their mouse like midway through the like
Ah,
yeah like
right.
I don't know if that's just like a thing you do or it was like nerves, but yeah, that's just not good. Uh,
I don't do they hit this? I don't think so, right?
Um, but yeah, you should use soul sand and like solid block to stack up even faster. And then I like pillaring up against the tower in third person. But what you should do, especially in front tower when you've got
Or
a ton of health, is when you're so like this is T97. So when you get to Y95, you jump up and then pearl onto the block to like get up a little bit faster as well.
you can even pearl up a bit like further up. Oh, okay.
Oh
So yeah, you can like pearl a little bit further into the base and get there even quicker. That's
yeah,
like a
so like
really good thing for like consistently hitting the extremely hard towers like T103.
oh you mean like side setup or
No, no, no. I mean like top setups, like try like to get there faster. You
you mean
can
like,
like
yeah, you hit 86, you crouch out a little bit, and then you like pearl up again? Is that what you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, or like here, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah, if you like miss the pearl quite heavily, that's definitely very useful to get the tower quickly. So you probably could have made the Y99 cycle with something like that. Um, um,
Uh,
nerves, I
okay,
guess.
right, yeah. You're also going the wrong way.
Yeah, you,
Um,
you want to, well,
front dragon.
yeah, front dragon, you want to set it up on the left side and stand right side. But also, yeah, for setting up obby for your one cycle, you want to wait for the perch on the opposite side of the bedrock pillar that you set the obsidian up on.
Do you mean set up right side and stand left side?
Did I say the left side for front dragon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I meant right side. Yeah, uh,
Okay.
my brain's correct. Uh,
I I really dislike this hotbar decision. You should have like boat and your anchor and stuff instead of like a full hotbar of beds.
no, it's Giga Chan. I
Like
don't know.
2021 one cycle vibes. Or whoa, whoa.
Saved,
Okay,
saved.
saved. Good one. Um, but like this is like pick blocking is better. Um,
Okay, if we
yeah,
hit it at
you wouldn't
least.
have to like you wouldn't have to go in your inventory and like deal with.
What are we doing?
Oh, any percent.
Oh,
Right, right, right,
okay,
right.
okay.
Really good thinking.
Yeah.
Um, quick thinking. I mean,
Um, we didn't really explain why you should wait for the perch on the opposite side of the obsidian, but the
right.
reason is like
Yeah.
it's like the knockback it deals to the dragon is like more consistent with not making it flip, and then also it just does more damage on the first bed. Um, I mean, and then also yeah, I mean I think you just like blow up the anchor here to get the knockback, but yeah, you want to blow up
Yeah.
the uh this anchor when the dragon is like swinging into it, whereas like on this rotation it like swung from right to left, and then like the anchor's nowhere near the head hitbox, so it does like 0 damage. But yeah, you still had to blow it up then to get the upwards knockback. So yeah. Um. Right. So I was like overall things, probably just like the hotbar sorting in the overworld. Was like the main thing in the overworld. It's like for like more clean inventory management. Uh,
Nether. Um,
Changing to spawn a pie chart sooner. Um,
and then just our housing was the route itself was like quite sketch. So
yeah, all the stuff
um,
about the bastion route we mentioned. Um,
overlapping by and doing that while mining gold blocks.
yeah, and like
Um,
not picking up that
and then
stuff.
not mining up. Yeah, and then like splitting your stuff, obviously.
Um,
Changing pi as soon as you see the fort or any time in the fort, really.
yeah, like
As
here,
well as like not running, like this running is like not achieving anything, so just keep purling. Um,
yeah, just like pearling when we have the food to do so. Uh, oh, and then not leaving gold pickaxes and rune portal chests, I guess.
yeah,
Seemed like
gold pickaxe is like really OP. You'd see a lot of top runners like use their remaining gold to make gold pickaxes, which you can use to mine netherrack instantly and stuff.
yeah, like it is really good for getting to second portal, and then it's also really good for making your power clip zeros faster to just like more
Mhm.
consistently hit hard zeros as well. Um,
And also, like another benefit of changing the pi here is that you can scan for spawners the way you do
yeah,
it for your buried
yeah,
your preemptive. Sorry.
yeah, and then also overlapping all the crafts with the spawner instead of just doing them fully unoverlapped in the overworld. Uh, and then yeah, like being aware of if you have to like you already should be aware that you have to hunger reset for the zero cycle, so you shouldn't care about taking too much damage. Like being aware of stuff like that when you're going to the stronghold, because like you waste a lot of time like taking like your time getting down here to Y40. And then, yeah, just like this portal should just be against the side of the fortress. And
Yeah, rest of this like I can send you if you want a clip of what Mauvu was talking, and then yeah,
yeah,
sending you can like, if you're 2Y under the like the top of the zero tower, you can jump up and send a pearl a bit further into the base and
yeah,
um
it's like here
like
you
get
would
your
flick up, pearl
yeah
onto the top of the obsidian, and then
yeah
what you were talking about is like you if like they landed at Y86, I think. So you would just like lean back from
sending them
the
pearl.
tower a bit
Yeah,
and pearl up again and try and hit the like very top block or something
yeah.
to save the time. Um, and then yeah, wrong side
Um,
obby. Uh,
you always want to go the opposite side of where the dragon is. If it's front side, you want to go to the left, and if it's back dragon, you want to go to the right. And the obby should always be opposite of where you're going, so that when you approach the obby, the dragon is swinging into your bed, and not oh, it's like swinging from the side of your bed. If that makes sense. Um,
uh,
I hope that makes sense.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you could if you want like a really detailed explanation about it. I'm sure there's like SSG runners because those are the people that like I don't know which runner exactly, but it was the SSG community that found out about wrong side RV. But um,
That's it, I think.
yeah, I think that's everything. Um, if you have any questions, just ping us in your thread. Yeah, ping us in your thread. Thanks for sending in the run.